Welcome to DIT Info. Today, we're diving deep into MBR versus GPT, two major partitioning styles for hard drives and SSDs. In this video, we'll cover what they are, their key differences, pros and cons, how to check which one your drive is using, and how to convert between them. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which partition style is best for your needs. What is MBR? MBR, or Master Boot Record, is the traditional partitioning scheme used in older systems. It stores partition information in the first sector of the disk, known as the boot sector. MBR allows a maximum of 4 primary partitions, or 3 primary partitions, and 1 extended partition, which can hold multiple logical drives. One of its biggest limitations is that it supports a maximum disk size of 2 terabytes. Additionally, MBR is compatible with BIOS firmware, making it the preferred choice for older computers. However, because it lacks redundancy, if the boot sector becomes corrupted, the entire disk may become unbootable. What is GPT? GPT, or GUID partition table, is a more advanced partitioning scheme that overcomes the limitations of MBR. Unlike MBR, GPT stores multiple copies of partition data across the disk, improving data recovery and reliability. It supports disks larger than 2 terabytes and allows up to 128 partitions without requiring extended or logical partitions. GPT works with UEFI firmware instead of BIOS, making it the standard for modern systems. Because of its robust structure and improved fault tolerance, GPT is the preferred option for newer operating systems, including Windows 10, Windows 11, macOS, and Linux. MBR versus GPT. Key differences. Now, let's compare MBR and GPT side by side. MBR is limited to a maximum disk size of 2 terabytes, while GPT supports up to 9.4 zettabytes. MBR allows only 4 primary partitions, whereas GPT supports up to 128 partitions. MBR works with BIOS-based systems, while GPT is designed for UEFI firmware. One major drawback of MBR is that it does not have data redundancy, meaning if the partition table is corrupted, the data could be lost. In contrast, GPT maintains backup partition tables, making it more reliable. Additionally, GPT provides better performance and faster boot times compared to MBR. However, MBR remains useful for older systems that do not support UEFI. Pros and cons of MBR and GPT. MBR has a few advantages, such as compatibility with older BIOS-based systems and a simple structure that makes it easy to repair. However, it comes with several limitations, including its 2 terabytes disk size restriction, the limitation of only 4 primary partitions, and the risk of data loss due to the lack of backup partition tables. On the other hand, GPT offers several benefits, including support for larger disks, the ability to create 128 or more partitions, built-in redundancy for better data security, and faster boot times with UEFI firmware. The only downside to GPT is that it may not be compatible with very old systems that rely on BIOS. Additionally, converting from MBR to GPT may require extra steps, especially if the drive contains important data. How to check if your drive is MBR or GPT. If you're unsure whether your drive is using MBR or GPT, you can check it easily. For Windows users, open Disk Management by typing Disk Mount, MSC in the Run dialog. Right-click on the disk, select Properties, and go to the Volumes tab. Here, you'll see whether the partition style is MBR or GPT. For Linux and Mac OS users, open the terminal and run sudo fdisk or diskutal list to check the partition type. This step is crucial if you plan to upgrade your system or install a new OS, as using the wrong partitioning style could lead to installation errors. How to convert MBR to GPT. If you need to convert an MBR disk to GPT, there are 2 main methods. The first method, using disk management in Windows, requires deleting all partitions on the disk before converting, which results in data loss. To do this, open Disk Management, right-click on the disk, select Delete Volume for all partitions, and then choose Convert to GPT disk. The second method, using the command prompt, allows conversion without data loss. Open command prompt as administrator and run MBR2 GPT/convert/allowfulOS. This tool will safely convert your disk from MBR to GPT while preserving your data. After conversion, you may need to enable UEFI mode in BIOS for the system to boot properly. Which one should you choose? So which one is better, MBR or GPT? If you are using a modern system with UEFI firmware, GPT is the best choice as it provides better performance, larger storage capacity, and increased reliability. If your system is older and only supports BIOS, you will have to use MBR. For users installing Windows 10, Windows 11, or Linux, GPT is the recommended option. However, if you are using an older operating system like Windows 7 or Windows XP, MBR might still be necessary. Conclusion and call to action. That wraps up our comparison of MBR and GPT. We hope this video helped you understand the differences and make the right choice for your system. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments which partitioning style you use and why. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.